In this video, I do want to focus on an update to a $2,400 Social Security benefit increase potentially coming for everyone. That's the focus of this video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. I know this is certainly a hot button issue as Social Security and fixed income beneficiaries need significantly higher benefits as of right now, and as we've seen from study after study, report after report, survey after survey over the last few years here, the Social Security benefits and beneficiaries are falling behind significantly because inflation has eroded the purchasing power of fixed income benefits, and we know that these benefits have not kept up with real price increases, real inflation, and the finances of Social Security beneficiaries. And unfortunately, way too many Social Security beneficiaries are relying on their monthly benefit for all or at least the majority of their monthly income. Well, as a result of this, we've heard about it so many times now. This is where the $2,400 increase to these benefits comes in, and this would be life-changing for a lot of people, and it would help out in a major way. And realistically, based on some statistics and some reports that have come out, this is where benefits should be anyway. This should not even be a discussion right now. This is where benefits should automatically be based on what inflation has done over the last couple of years. So again, why we're even talking about this and still debating if this is something that should be done is, again, a big confusion out there for a lot of people wondering why this hasn't been implemented. But this is also a question that I get on a very regular basis from some of you here in the community that watch the videos here on the channel, reaching out down below in the comment section asking, where are we standing on this? What's going on with the extra raise to benefits? What is happening this year for 2024? Now remember, this $2,400 increase is also equivalent to the $200 per month raise to benefits. $200 a month, 12 months, $2,400 for the year, right? So anyway, let me bring you up to speed on where we currently stand with all this, and again, answering those questions and concerns from those of you here in the community. So this is actually a very good one. Now, by the way, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you've heard me say this for many, many months now. 2024, obviously, we are already in 2024, quite a distance at this point, but 2024 is all about you, the low income and Social Security beneficiaries, right? You've been hearing me say this for a while now, and even though we're not that far into the year, we've already heard lawmakers talking about this a lot so far, and we're going to hear a lot more about it the closer and closer we get to November, and then obviously beyond that as well, right? Why? Because they want our attention, and obviously they want, us to pick them, right? Again, I'm not here to take political sides. I'm just simply saying, you know what I mean by this, right? Well, as a result of that, what's going on with this? Now, here's what it comes down to. It all basically stems from the Social Security Expansion Act. Now, I want to emphasize this really quickly as well. Even if the Social Security Expansion Act, the piece of legislation that houses the $200 per month increase to benefits, or $2,400 for the entire year, even if that does not pass through Congress, can we still get a potential $200 per month raise? Sure, we possibly could be, right? We don't need to pass the entire Social Security Expansion Act in order to get this done. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, like, wait, how could that possibly be a thing? It can be, right? Here's the thing. We've seen standalone bills for all kinds of different things that have come out that have been introduced in big, broad packages like, hey, we're going to do these 17 different changes to Social Security. Okay, is that realistic? Is something like that really going to be happening? I'm going to say this much, probably not, right? We're probably not going to see some massively, some bill with all these massive changes to Social Security. We're probably not going to see something like that. We're probably going to see a piece of legislation come forward that has maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 different changes to Social Security, things like this, to potentially increase benefits, increase solvency, maybe push out the full retirement age, maybe increase taxes, who knows what. It's going to include a couple different things, but basically this is what it comes down to, okay? So again, I know a lot of us are watching very closely this Social Security Expansion Act, and we should be watching this one very closely because this is the one that has the $200 per month raise within it. However, I've also said this before, I would not be shocked if lawmakers go through some of the key pieces of legislation that are out there, which, by the way, the Social Security 2100, that's one of them. The Social Security Expansion Act, that's another great one that's out there. The SSI Restoration Act, that's another great one that's out there. The Senior Citizens Tax Elimination Act, that's another good one that's out there. Again, the list goes on and on. I could sit here and name off 20, 25 different pieces of legislation that are out there right now. But some of the key ones that are out there, I would not be shocked one bit to see lawmakers kind of go through them and cherry pick out the best of the best, as in the top maybe 3 or 4 provisions out of all of these, and kind of wrap them up into their own new little piece of legislation, which they'll call who knows what. The A-team? I don't know. I just made that up. I have no idea what they're going to call it. But my point is, it's likely going to be something like that. They'll go through and pull out the best of the best piece of legislation or the little provisions within all of these bills and put them together in their own little piece of legislation and try to push that through. Okay, so that is what I would anticipate. So even though the Social Security Expansion Act sounds like a really good one out there, yeah, it is pretty good. But at the end of the day, this is not like, the end all or be all, right? It's not like, well, it must pass through in order to get a $200 raise. It could be passed in a variety of other ways, right? Remember this much as well. It cannot be done through executive order, okay? So that is not an option for the $200 per month raise. But as of right now, what we really need to continue doing is just keep an eye on all of these different things that are coming out of lawmakers, the proposals, the ideas, the concepts, all of the different pieces of legislation, everything that they are introducing right now to reform Social Security and everything like this. Again, we'll continue to watch all the big legislation that's out there, as well as any new ones that pop up. A lot of new ones have been coming out here, okay? So as a result of that, we just need to continue watching it. Now, obviously, it has not passed yet. I know a lot of you here in the community are, wishing that I would come out and say, oh, it's been passed right now. It has not, okay? I am not going to sit here and say, it's passed, coming tomorrow. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because it's not true, okay? So therefore, I'm not saying that, but I'm simply saying we got to continue watching all of this, and we'll have to see what happens here. But this is one of those that's out there that I would anticipate some big players, Bernie Sanders to be one of them. Again, Bernie Sanders is the person behind the Social Security Expansion Act, as well as a few of his friends there in the Senate. We've got to continue watching Bernie, but I would anticipate Bernie's going to be out, probably talking about this, hammering down on this, pounding the table on this thing as we get closer and closer to November. Now, I could be totally wrong with that, but I don't know. Bernie is one of these people, he's pretty convincing. I mean, here's the thing. Whether you like Bernie or not, watch him, okay? You got to continue listening to everything he says. He has a lot of influence. He's been around a long time. He, he's pretty convincing with the stuff that he talks about. So therefore, he's the guy behind this. So do you think he's going to talk about it? For sure it is, right? This is like his little baby, right? Obviously, and figuratively speaking, right? You know what I'm talking about. But like, this is his thing. Therefore, he's probably going to want to pitch it a little bit, right? So anyway, long story short, this is what I want to bring to your attention really quickly. Again, I see this comment, this question, this concern down below in the comment section a lot. I just want to bring this to your attention quickly here. Anyway, hope this one helps you. As always, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends on my social media with the share button down below. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including the thousands in the video library, as well as the ones that I have hand-selected down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Hope this helps you, and I will catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you now. All right.